Shut up and sit down.
Ahoy! It's Dave Landau, and you're watching Andy Smith, the coolest comic book creator around. Just ask his mom. I have. All hail Comicsgate! Bam! Bam! Bam!
Wait a second. Is that who my mom was talking to when I called her last night? Come on now, Dave. Anyhow, what is up, everybody? We are going to look through this giant-size X-Men tribute to Len Wein and Dave Cockrum. This came out as a comic book, so traditional comic book size, a few years back. I don't remember when. Well, actually, I do. Hold on. Giant-size X-Men came out in, what, 1975? So I believe, Marcus, hello. Am I correct? 1975 Giant-size X-Men? So if that's the case, this was not last year. I think this came out maybe in 2020 then. It was an anniversary thing when the comic book came out. This came out after. And this thing is giant size. It is 13 and a quarter by, this problem with an angled desk, and not to get things to slide off of it. 9 and almost a half. So it's a good size book. 1975. Thank you. So this is cool because it takes so the actual comic book only showed the tribute stuff, which is what they did was they had a bunch of their artists, Marvel took a bunch of their artists and some that weren't working for them currently and had them, and I'm doing my best with the glare, and had them go through with the cover, which is by Alex Ross, or no, it wasn't. I don't know. I'll have to look. Anyhow, with the cover and redo each single page. And I believe they could change stuff if they wanted to. If I was asked to do this, I would have kept every panel layout the way it is and obviously redone it in my style. This is still a holy grail book to me. It's a book that I wish I owned besides the facsimile. I mean, I love this page. Gary Martin, if you're listening, this is a page you should slap your beautiful inks on and redo, that I think the fans would love, and you could probably easily sell. Dave Cockrum did his own ink on this. Something about this book I just love. My man Banshee. So let's go through it here. I bought it off the newsstands. I still have the original. JD Kirby, you are awesome. Do you really? God, I hate you. I mean, no, I don't. I like you, JD. So you actually have the original. What condition is it in, JD? So here we go. Splash page from the book they're using as an intro page. That is, of course, the Alex Ross. Table of contents. Then we've got the giant size here. Redo. And then there's some creator interviews. And there's some process stuff in the back as well. I do like the cover by, let's see, it's 80 grand off. It's a little dark in my opinion, though. I mean, that Colossus is almost getting onto the verge of being a silhouette. So I like his work, but 7.0. A 1986, a good copy for $50. Man, I wish I would have done that. I remember Mile High Comics ads saying Giant Size X-Men #1, $50. And I was like, who can afford that? So anyhow, there you go. I'll keep my finger on this page. So the first page, so then Alex Ross, boom. And now Alex is, they're running kind of from an explosion, and it is kind of dark, but it doesn't bother me because you can still make everything out. Once again, guys, I'm sorry about the glare. I tried turning a light on that I have at this desk, and it got worse. So right out of the gate, page 1, Kevin freaking Nolan. Come on, guys. Kevin Nolan. Right here, got to share this. 2 backers away from 100 on Lilineth Infernal Conflict on Kickstarter. Guys, go get it. Be one of the 2. Make my Sunday. I'll be doing this stream until about 11 o'clock probably. So let's get that puppy going. And let's get to 2 more backers. And I'll show the DNA bump graphic that I made. Okay, so Kevin Nolan right out of the gate. Now, obviously, if I was assigning this, I would have gave Kevin Nolan a page that had a bunch of X-Men on it. But this is great. And then we go to, and I like most of the art in this. So, you know, I've got no problem critiquing stuff. I mean, people critique me. That's just the way it is in this business. So if there's something I don't like, I'll say it. This page is by Chris Samney. Stuff I really like. He just did a great Batman run. His stuff is very Alex Toth. That's great. The next page is Ed McGuinness. I don't even need to look, but I will. I was wrong. Damn it. It looks like Ed McGuinness, but that Professor X face, but I'm wrong. It's Marcus Toe. So very nice. I like Marcus's stuff. So far, off to a good start. That's right. Be like Marcus. Get that Tucci cover. This page is by Sunny Go. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. God. Saya I've met her too. She's a wonderful person. The thing I like about this page is she colors all her stuff with markers. So on the left page here, this is colored with markers. She put out a series through Top Cow, I believe, a create your own book, if I remember right. And it's worth it just to get because the whole thing is colored with markers and it's really cool to look at. So hat tip to her for doing that. The next page is by Steven Segovia, who I believe Art to Bear Inc. for a while. Nice. I like it. I'm now, like I said, I'm not going through side by side to see how people change things. This page here, page 10, I believe the layout was really changed, and I will look to see. Page 10 is by Aaron Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard fame. He's not. And I'm sure he probably has heard that before. All right, let's see what the actual page 10 looks like here, because I'm sure he changed the layout a lot. Or not page 10. I'm going by the page numbering in the book. So my mistake. But yeah, so you can see this is the page. This page on the left, that page on the left. So he really was like, I will do whatever I want. I don't mind it. I think it's, you know, it's a cool layout. But once again, if it was me, I would have kept to the original panel layout because it is kind of a tribute thing. That's just me. The next page, pretty close. Kept the panel layouts and stuff. I actually like Dave Cockrum's better. I think that's a nicer way to represent that figure of Storm. So, and the thing with this page is, since I'm adding commentary, it's a nice figure shot of her. You know, that's nice. But if you look at their original, she's actually doing something in that last panel with the wind and her hair whipping around. And I would have made that like a big panel here instead of this static image. So anyhow, that's just me. Let's keep going. You don't have to agree with me. Feel free to disagree. I don't care. I'm easygoing. All right, let me get back to that table of contents. Table of contents. Who did the next page? Page 11. Takeshi Miyazawa. So, okay, so that's cool. Somebody's name like that would give me more of a manga vibe, but it's fine. I like this. I will say I like this. Dave did not do a big shot of Sunfire like that. So I do like this page of the big Sunfire. I love that costume. Love it. Dave Cockrum design, I'm sure. And it's drawn by where am I at? Page 12. Yep, Juan Cabal. So that's cool. I dig it. I like that Sunfire. Next to that, we've got Gurhiru. Yes, I pronounced it wrong. I don't care. What's up, Matthew? How are you? I'm doing good on this Sunday morning. There's a Lego event I'm taking my daughter to in a little bit. And then we're going to go see a movie called The Protector with Mila Jovovich. And then we go to, so far I'm digging all the art too. So then we go to page 14. Wait, that's not right. Page 14. Oh, they screwed up the one. Hold on. They screwed up the numbering. Page 13. Wow, somebody didn't proofread. I don't know who did page 14 because they're giving credit to Mark Brooks. That is not Mark Brooks on the left-hand side. So they already effed up the numbering because I know the page Mark Brooks did, and it isn't this one. So now I'm trying to figure out where they screwed up. Boy, they threw everything off. So this next page they say is Chris Anka, which could be. I'm not super. I know Chris's style. It doesn't look like it to me. Yeah, Apex Comics. You nailed it. Go figure. Because page 16 is Phil Noto. Guys, that is not Phil Noto right here on page 16. And then page 17, that's Mark Brooks. You can tell because it's oversaturated. Now, I give credit to Mark because he stuck with the actual style, or not the style, but the layout of the page. But I wish somebody would teach Mark about oversaturation because while hey, look, credit where credit is due. Mark's done a ton of covers for Marvel, some for DC. That's how he makes his bone these days. But that to me is neither here nor there. If he could adjust the saturation some for the level of focus and detail, that would be nice. And I believe, I am going to look, I believe he pulled the camera back some on Professor X. So to me, Professor X looks like he's more of a little midget dude in the foreground compared to what Dave did. So let's go see what did Dave do with that iconic splash page. And am I correct? No, not really. Dave did. I thought Dave did the head a little bit bigger in that foreground shot with Charles, but he actually didn't. So, okay. Mark pretty much stuck to it. So I was wrong there. But that is, that's still oversaturated. So page 16, that is not Phil Noto. Page 17 is not Valeria Skitty. So they messed up the whole numbering. Let's see if they get back on track with page 18. Page 18 is supposed to be, and they don't, because page 18, they've got credited as Lanil Francis Yu, which that is not. So they have totally messed up the numbering. I do like that page. This, though, I can see page 19 is Phil Noto. So who goes before Phil Noto? Chris Anka. Oh. I think this is Chris. The coloring looks, I think this is Chris on page 18. So let's see if I can try to fix their error. So Giru is this page 16, because I know that person's stuff is kind of cartoony, which means 12, which is 15, is probably Juan Cabal. And then the Colossus page here is most likely Takashi Miyazawa. I don't know. Marvel, good job doing the editing there. Good job. Who did do the editing on this book? Collection editor Jennifer Grunwald, assistant editor Daniel Kirchhofer, assistant managing editor, assistant managing editor, associate manager. Okay. Anyhow, Jennifer kind of messed up there. So anyhow, let's keep going. So that's Phil Noto. I like Phil's stuff. Phil's a great painter. And when he does his own coloring in Photoshop, he still gives it that painterly type of look. So that's freaking cool. Let's see if I can figure out page 20. Emma Lappuccino. And then this is, I think that might be her. God, I just don't know. But I do know that this is Linnell Francis Yu right here next to it, because his stuff I know. Marcus says, if you're not crazy for Kickstarter, go back Lilineth Infernal Conflict on Indiegogo and get it a go-go, guys. So I'm a big fanboy for Linnell's work. I love it. I think his work is just utterly fantastic. Marvel doesn't want him doing anything for anybody else. So as far as I know, he's under contract and he's just doing covers. I would love to see him back on interiors of a book, because he is just so effing good. I don't know who did page 22 because the credits are wrong, but it says Iban Coelho, but it looks like RB Silva. This page is okay. You know, I really wish they would have called in some of us older artists, classic artists, if you will, to do some of this stuff. Nothing against these young guys, but you know, us, let's say the professionals and some of the kings have been in the business for a while and were alive when this book came out. So it would have been cool if we got to do it. That would have been sweet. Oh well, I don't know who did page 23. Ramon Rosanas. See, to me, yeah, I don't know, man. Never noticed. I've had this book. I got it when it came out. I've never noticed how bad they screwed up the credit page. I do like page 24. I love that shot of Banshee there. Banshee, guys, one of my favorite characters. That's right. I like these D-list characters. 24, supposedly, it doesn't look like it. This next page says it's by Josh Cassara, who is really good, but that's not Josh's work from what I can tell. So, don't know. Let's see. This doesn't look like Josh's work either on page 26. David Baldion is who it's credited to, but I don't know. Page 27. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know who drew some of this stuff. Okay, this is Josh. I know Josh's work enough. So page 28 is Josh. So maybe they're two behind, because I'm getting to a guy named Rod Rice, and I know his work as well. So 28. So wait, hold on. Josh is 20. Yeah, they messed up. But this is Josh. Josh's work is freaking cool, guys. If you haven't seen it, Josh's work is freaking cool. Dude, the professionals would do an outstanding job doing a tribute book like this. I've had thoughts of taking my original First Man book that came out from Image Comics in 1997 The book is all 2-page spreads, so it's basically 12 pages. And I've thought about trying to contact 12 artists to see if they would recreate it. Liefeld did that with a couple of his books. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. I'd have to crowdfund it because I'd have to pay everybody. This page 30 is cool. Don't know who did it. Javier, no. So Pepe Larraz, when we get to his work, I'll know it. I know Pepe. I don't know who did 31. God, it's so sad they messed up. Oh well, we're just going through it. This is Rod Rice, guys, right here, page 32. So let's see how bad the numbering is. Page 32 is Rod, and they said it's 29. 3. So let's see. I don't know. That's Rod. This is Javier Garin right here, which I do like. I think it's cool. So then before Javier was Marcello Ferrara. Probably butchered it. So that could be that one. I don't know, man. I hate the fact that they messed it up like they did. I'll be happy to draw a first man page. Well, thank you, Apex. So that is Rod Rice. Kind of painterly. I dig it because if they do this in Photoshop, they can probably slap down real paint. After Rod is supposedly Javier Rodriguez, who did, I believe, the Marvel Universe book. Mark Waid did it. That looks like it. So that is, I'll go and say that is correct there. Which means this one is Pepe Larraz. Yes, this is Pepe Larraz on the left. I can 100% tell that's Pepe. That Professor X face in the lower left-hand corner, panel 2. This is definitely a Pepe page. I love that Sunfire. I guess if I did this, the only thing different I would do is I would have popped Sunfire a little bit bigger. You've got Sunfire and Banshee are kind of close in size, so I would have made it a little bit bigger to really differentiate their size. And then Storm, you could leave. Oh my God, Paul Taylor. First thing in the morning, I remember when this came out, my weekly allowance was only $1 and this cost 50 cents. I could get 2 comics at 25 or this, so I never bought this. Not my smartest move. Dude, I could have bought this for $50 in the 80s and I didn't. So I'm right there with you. The page after this, I do, oh God, Jen Bartel. Yes. Jen is a cover painter. So this is cool seeing her do an interior like this. Am I wrong, or does this face remind you of Irene Strakolsky face? Rini. It does to me. That's nice. Okay. I don't. This page on the left is by Mike Del Mundo. And I got to say, we got to, in my opinion, the weakest page in the book. I know Mike's, I don't know Mike, but he's worked on some major stuff. Every editor likes different things, and editors are the ones that hire people. This is not my cup of tea. That Professor X face in panel 3 up top doesn't do anything for me. The colors don't do anything for me. It's kind of hard to look at and see what's going on. So sorry, that's the way I feel. The page after that, fully painted, is by Raza. Rahzzah. Raza Ghoul. Just kidding. It's okay. I've never heard of this artist before. It's fully painted, so that's nice, but I don't know. Not much there for me. Page 38. Oh my God. See, this is the problem. Even in the table of contents, it goes up to page 36. But this is numbered as 38. So there is, so this last page is Mike Hawthorne. So somewhere they started lining up correctly. Because this is page, wait a second, maybe they numbered wrong. Hold on, I got to go back. Because page 38 is Marco Cicchetto. because I know his style and I dig it. It's cool. Which this last page is, and I do dig it, Mike Hawthorne. And I'm leaving out the colors because there's different colors for every page. Sorry. I do like Mike Hawthorne's work. So this page is nice. Mike is a teacher. He does nice figure drawing stuff. I dig it. I like this page by Mike Hawthorne. But here's what I want to see. Where did they screw the numbering up? So Alex Ross is 1. Oh. Oh. Dummies. That's what they did. They're going by the numbering of the actual giant size. So this is page 1 in Giant Size X-Men. Okay. But it's page 4 here. Where if you're going to do the table of contents right, this should say page 4. And in 3, oh, dummies. Dummies. So that's page 1. Page 2 is Kevin Nolan. So they did do it right. So let's back up to, okay, they did do it right. So Mark Brooks is page 14, which is actually 17. So 14. So then 13 is, yep. Okay, so that's Juan Cabal. That is Takeshi Mizawa, whatever. So yeah, that's what they did. These correlate with the comic book, not the page numbers here. So that is stupid. That is way stupid. Yes, they made it more difficult than needed for sure. All right. Well, anyhow, so then we've got the representation of the real book in its giant form. God, I love this book. Would somebody please buy me a copy of this? I love this book so much. So freaking much. Look, Sunfire right here. That's cool by Dave. But like I said, I do like what the other artist did, giving a big shot of Sunfire flying and not just standing there. Compared to the Storm, where the artist took, Dave did a cool shot of Storm with her hair blowing and all that. And the artist on that page made it kind of stiff. The artist that did this took the standing shot and gave him a nice flying pose. Love that though. Love the Colossus. I always want to do a recreation. Just take one of Dennis's copies. God, if he had more than one, he's got facsimiles like me. I've always wanted to do a recreation of And When There Was One, this splash page. In my style, but the exact same layout. So let me know what you guys think. If you'd like to see that, maybe I'll do it. I think too, when Mark did this, Mark put him in his silver. Mark had Colossus all steeled up. Let's see if I'm correct. Oh, that's right. Don Heck designed Sunfire. Mark drew him in his metal, Colossus in his metal, which is cool. But if you're sticking with the real thing and it's a tribute, I wouldn't have changed that. You're right. Don Heck did. And I will say there's an issue that Don Heck did to fill in the Neil Adams run of X-Men that Tom Palmer inked, and Don really tried to stick to Neil's layout style. And Tom Palmer did a great job of making it look like Neil when he inked Don. So this is great. I mean, this book still is just 1975. I'm sorry. To me, this work holds up today. And I like the flat color, but things aren't flat color today. So slap somebody like Laura Martin on it, or Jordi Belair. I know I pronounced her name wrong. The colorist, my buddy Matt Hollingsworth. Slap one of those people on this, and I think this holds anything that comes out today in comics. So I just want to go through this to get to the back stuff they did. Look at that creature. Krakoa, the island that walks like a man. He walks like a man and talks like a woman. Walks like a woman and talks like a man. Got his penis in his hand. What did I just say? I'm sorry. The Pepe Larraz page. Very Neil Adams looking right there with that Polaris. How much is this book? This book itself is $45, but it's been out for a while, so you can probably find it on Amazon for a lot cheaper. But they did a tribute comic book as well. Not that probably, I can't imagine that's that much. So there we go. And then we've got the covers. This is by Trad Moore. Trad has a very cool style. I like this cover. You know, I like Trad's work. Ed McGuinness did a tribute cover. I wish Ed would have drawn a page on the inside. Philip Tan did one where they listed all the names of people that worked on X-Men throughout the years. What time is it? I got some time. I wonder if my name's here. I've worked on X-Men. I just saw Aaron Lopresti, Stanley, Jack Kirby. I'm not reading every name. It's not, I think it's in order of the people that worked on it, maybe. I don't know. I don't think my name's in it. I didn't do a ton. Paul Smith, great. John Romita Jr., Leonardi. Yeah, I probably didn't do enough to rate having my name. But then again, I think I did more X-Men stuff than Aaron did. I don't know. Tom Rainey, Brandon Peterson, Joe Mad, Steve Epting, Adam Kubert. I thought I saw Art Taber. His name should be here. Daryl Banks. I did more X-Men stuff than Daryl Banks. So my name should be here, but it won't be. There's Aaron Matt Smith getting a text message. That's my wife. She's running out, in case you're wondering. You're going to probably hear the garage door. Andrea DeVito worked at CrossGen with him. Paco Diaz, Dustin Weaver. Yeah, it's a shame. I did do more work on X-Men stuff. But, oh, well, Aaron did Excalibur for a long time. That makes sense. Oh, well, but I did definitely. I think Daryl Banks only drew a few pages in one issue. I did more than that. Man, always snubbed. Dave Cockrum right there. Colored by Jason Keith. Oh, my God, perfect example. Look at this. Dave Cockrum, colored by Jason Keith, who is a fantastic colorist. Very subtle, not flat, but not overly modeled and stuff. Look, could you imagine if they paid Dave to, I know they don't. They don't like me, JD Kirby. You don't have to rub it in. Could you imagine if they reprinted the giant size colored by Jason Keith? Look at that. It's fantastic. I'm telling you. And one of the most important writers in comics, Christine Valletta, discusses the immense contribution to the comic book field for her late husband, Len Wein, who died in 2017. Oh, there you go. That's nice. I did read this interview when it came out, so that's nice. And a Patty Cockrum interview about Dave's work. Chris Claremont here, just writing a little text about it. And then a comic book cover version. So let's see, an extensive gallery behind the scenes stuff. So that is obviously Gil Kane, inked by Dave Cockrum. Great stuff. See, and we get some behind the scenes. So like I said, Adi Grunoff, I like his work. That's freaking cool as hell. But I just think that's a little too dark. I think Colossus shot more, and Wolverine too. And then, of course, the original art, and then Alex Ross talking about it. Alex Ross previously paid homage to Cockrum's X-Men on his variant covers, the Uncanny X-Men number 500, which Wizard, I guess, and Uncanny X-Men 29. So that's really cool. And then there's his first page. And then I love it. It's hard to see. If you get this book digitally, you could blow it up. Kevin Nolan's pencils before he did his inking. Look how tight the pencils are. That is great. Kevin bought it right off the stands in 1975. Let's see. I think the only major change I made to Dave's composition here was flipping the action in panel 2 so the men are moving left to right. Other than that, I kept the basic layout. So there you go, which helps with the panel flow with him being chased. Chris Samney, great work. Nice subdued colors too. Hey, Moromi, Marcus Toe, just showing the ink. So not really progress, work in progress. Here's work in progress by Saya Owen. Let's see if I'm correct about her coloring. I know I am. He took my brother and me to our first comic shop. We got to pick out the comic. The book was Wolverine 51. So her first comic was Wolverine 51 from 1992. I feel old. Let's see. Also love fighter jets. I want to render the page as I would my own books with ink, markers, and watercolors. So there you go. Ink, marker, and watercolors. So if you're buying an original piece of art from her, full color, baby. Steven Segovia, who, like I said, art to bear ink for a while. Marguerite Savage did this page. She's good at drawing chicks. I like her work, but I wish there was more going on with the main figure with the wind really blowing and stuff. I think it's a little tame compared to what Dave did. Carmine Carnero. Nice. Oh, here we go. Bernard Chang. Yeah, Bernard. That's cool. Drawing Sunfire. Like I said, he likes Sunfire. He gave him that big, you were born in 92? Come on, Admiral. That I do think is better than just that little standing shot, and you got the rest of the storytelling in, so that's cool. Aaron Cooter. It's cool. Takaishi Miyazawa. So he read it in the mid 80s, probably a reprint like I did. He pencils pretty tight before he inks his own work. I dig it. I would have made Colossus a little bigger. Not quite big enough, in my opinion. Juan Cabal. He got shortchanged on the page. I mean, look, I would have been able to tribute to this book. I would have been glad to do any page to be a part of it, but that's not the best. They also did this with Avengers #4, I believe, and Fantastic Four #1. I'm pretty sure I have those as well. See, look at this. Mark, you should have handed this over to a colorist because this is way oversaturated. This is cool. And then here's the funny thing. Let's see if I can get it up there so you can see. Let me know if that's blurry. I'm trying to focus on the see the ship on the shelf back there? That's a model. In fact, oh wow, that whole room looks like a SketchUp model. Well, I don't have a problem with that. If he built it himself, it saves time. But man, I probably could have drawn it faster than building a SketchUp model like that. And that carpet, I think the editors might have said, dude, that carpet's over the top because look at the floor he did. So yeah, that's insane. And Mark's figure work, I mean, it's nice, but it's just kind of standard. I mean, that Colossus, if you ask me, Colossus has kind of a big head. It's just not superhero enough for me. That's all I'm saying, guys. Chris Anka. Yeah, I knew that was Chris's page. Love seeing the breakdowns to it. Chris's work is great. He does great character design stuff. Phil Noto. This, I believe, is an actual painting and not done in Photoshop. I could be wrong, but I believe that's an actual painting, that cover. Phil's work is great. Valerio Skitty, like his work too. Lanelle, of course, just gorgeous. Matteo Loli. So yeah, I guess they go through almost every page. Carlos Gomez, very nice. Iban Coelho, RB. Yeah, it looks like they go through every page of the book. Ramon. I knew that was Joshua. He does gray tones on his page too. So that's pretty cool, seeing some gray tones that he did. Ink wash. You know, if they paid me to do that, I would do it. But if they're not, they're just getting black and white. Let the colors figure out the grays. Marcello, I'll mess up the last name. Very tight pencils before he inked it. Or somebody else might have inked it. I don't remember. Javier, I knew that was Javier. Rod Rice. I guess this is painted. I'm pretty sure it's digitally painted, so maybe there's not a process. But I believe this is referring to one of the first things Rod remembers seeing at Dave's. This is nice, seeing Javier's loose marker stuff, or rough, because it looks like that was done in Procreate. Could be wrong. Pepe, of course, great stuff. Jen Bartel, nice seeing the pencils. Mike Del Mundo, once again, not my favorite. This is more readable here than this. Raza, Marco Cicchetto, not the most exciting page, and he changed up his layout. Interesting. And then Mike Hawthorne, love seeing it in black and white. And then some of the covers. Oh, there you go. Get to see Ed's cover. Nice. That's cool. And then, oh yeah, what was this one for? Variant cover for Uncanny X-Men number 600. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Now that's freaking Colossus. Look how big he is. Yeah. Mark Brooks, take note. Love that stuff. Philip Tan. Philip Tan doing a little homage to his own work, because that is his own work right there on the left. And then what is this? Wartime scan seeking. They built one. Oh, this is Dave Cockrum right here. The Outsiders. Freaking sweet. Dave Cockrum. There's a great book out by Tomorrow's about Dave Cockrum. You should get it. And then some character designs here. Love Dave's character designs. Classic. Look at that. Oh, so nice. That was going to be for Legion of Superheroes. A lot of these were, and he just brought them over. This book is well worth it, as you can see. I wish these all took up an individual page. Love those. Mutation of the Species. Oh, yeah. Look at that pencil drawing by Dave. I'd say that's fun to ink, but it's just so much black. But I would like to see like a Kevin Nolan ink that. That would be cool. If I can find a scan of that, I might try and ink it. Oh boy. What fans want to do to Chris, Len, and Dave for destroying the X-Men before they saw the book. That's hilarious. Oh yeah. And then this is great. I can't remember where that was printed. There's the original sketch. There's Dave's inks. So I'm pretty sure Dave just took this and finished it, because these X-Men back here, that's 100% Dave. But this, you see Gil. So I bet Dave took this and lightboxed it. And then almost like an artist edition. Look at that. Oh, God, that is gorgeous. Oh, man, I love seeing these pages. Great inks. See, Mark Farmer inked this stuff would have been great. So I have this special edition. I've got the pocket book, and I've got Classic X-Men #1. Not to brag or anything. Marvel Collectible Classics X-Men 5, Gary Frank, Cam Smith. That's pretty cool. That I don't have. I'd get it if I could. The omnibus I don't have, and then the Masterworks I do have right there. So there you go. I'm going to do one more thing before I have to get out of here. And I found this on eBay. This is early. Well, okay, so it's Rob Liefeld, obviously, but it's also, this is a flip book, guys. I almost don't want to ruin it, the surprise. So I'm not. So Suprema, so this is Liefeld, and he starts off 2-page spread, inside front cover, first page, you know, doing what Rob does. And this is 20 some years ago, and I'll show you why in a second. You know, doing what Rob does. I don't mind it. I like Rob's stuff. I got this off eBay. I got 2 copies. I got one that has a different cover that was more expensive, and then this one was like $6. And then I like this 2-page spread. I dig that shot right there, Glory, and then a Supreme Mouse, whatever his name is. I like the 2 down here of that Supreme. And then it ends, cliffhanger. Nitrogen, by the way, early John Malin work. If you find Nitrogen, that is early John Malin, but this is a flip book. And what I mean is, oh, it's upside down, because kind of like the flip book I did, you got to flip it. Supreme Sacrifice, Robert Kirkman, John Malin, Rob Liefeld. I got to ask Malin about this. Maybe you guys on Twitter can tag him and ask him about Supreme Sacrifice. I love Supreme. Is this some of John's first published work? 2006, 20 years ago. And I think this is pretty freaking cool. You can still see the hallmarks of the way John does storytelling. We all have our signature storytelling styles. You can see it. I dig this stuff. I think it's freaking cool. Look at that Supreme. Love that shot right there. Freaking love it. This is comics, baby. Like, he's getting punched by this guy, and he's getting so hard he spins his whole body around. Love it. The coloring I'm not too hip on. Who did the coloring? Karan Colors. I don't know who that is, but I will say the coloring doesn't do much for me. But look at this. Come on. I love Supreme, and I get to see John draw it, even though it's early John. He's better now. I still think this shit's really cool. And he got to work with Robert Kirkman. Supreme takes off. Look at that. I love that shot of him flying right there. And then you got the Citadel where Supreme goes to hang out, or whatever it's called. I would love John to draw a page of First Man if I do that book, by the way. My First Man 97 tribute next year is the 30th anniversary of it. How cool would it be to have John Malin draw First Man? He's a busy guy, but I would love it. And then boom, flip it back. So it's a flip book. Like I say, Supreme Sacrifice, flip it. There you go, guys. That is what I want to do with you guys this morning, is show this. I don't even know if I can change my camera. Not that you guys need to see my ugly face, but let's see if I can. Oh, hello. Oh, man, this is in the way. Guys, thank you for joining me today. Oh, get this over. Put that camera back. Let's get this out of the way. Hello, Randy. There you go. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it on this Sunday. Let's see what this camera looks like now that I moved it back to where it belongs. Let's see. I totally adjusted it, so I could be wrong. What's this do? Oh, that's a share screen. I just saw a new tab I tried. Let's see. How's this one look? Oh, cool. Hello. So thanks for joining me, guys. Guys, please go check out Lilineth Infernal Conflict. The campaign is still on Kickstarter. It's still on Indiegogo. It's doing okay. I'll be honest. It's doing doing lower than I wanted it to. Kind of expected a little more out of Lilineth, Infernal Conflict, but you know what? I'm having fun as hell drawing it. I'm going balls to the wall, drawing this book for you guys. I've got a page 2/3 of the way inked on my desk. Lilineth is fighting Surthiar. I think I pronounced it right. Pouring my heart in for you guys. Go check it out. Click that link. Go to Kickstarter. Go to Indiegogo. Both links are in the description below. And go back. Lilineth Infernal Conflict. Here is the trailer. Oh, and next weekend, I'll be at PowerCon in Florence, South Carolina. Until then, thanks for joining me. And bye-bye, everybody.